All right, well, there's something special brewing in downtown Boise. Not all the breweries, obviously, but there's a run at championship glory, possibly. For the first time in 3 years, the Idaho Steelheads are hosting a playoff game, and that's happening tonight with the puck dropping in less than 2 hours. The 2023 edition of the Steelheads, actually one of the greatest hockey teams in regular season history, league history. Regular season, though, that's one thing. Playoff hockey, a whole different animal. Joe Paris got the pulse of the team ahead of the puck drop.
The Idaho Steelheads played the best regular season in ECHL history. That's now just a fact. And it was a dramatic end in Rapid City.
He fires! He scores!
Regular season champions is fantastic, but it goes without saying. It's not the ultimate goal for the Idaho Steelheads. They kick off that goal tonight, Game 1 of the ECHL Playoffs. Recently named Coach of the Year, Everett Sheen explains the balance of regular season success heading into postseason play.
You don't rely on it by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a lot of valuable learning lessons throughout the year. One-goal games, comeback games, essentially 3 playoff series, playing the team 6 times in a row. So you definitely look back and reflect and take those learning experiences.
A best-of-7 playoff hockey series is a special intensity. Add the fact that Idaho hosts a very familiar team, or border rival in the Utah Grizzlies.
Feeling excited. We've seen Utah quite a bit, 18 times. We're quite familiar with them. So it's more just looking after our details of our game and not necessarily having to do a deep dive on a team, seeing if they have any quirks or tendencies, because like I said, we've seen them quite a bit and just saw them a couple weeks ago, so we should be ready to go.
Steelheads captain A.J. White knows Utah will be a test. It's a team that really challenged Idaho at home throughout the year.
They have a lot of skill. They like to take their chances offensively, which is why we need to be smart and detailed in our defensive zone. And as long as we kind of make them play our game style and not try to play their game style, I think that's where we have our success.
With a list of league records, ECHL season-end awards, and the #1 seed in the league, Idaho certainly has the attention of the hockey world.
We kind of talked about that for briefly this morning, and I think Coach Sheen said it the best. He kind of said we've had a target on our back since early December when we went to Worcester, and they were the first place team in the league, and we swept them to become the first place team in the league, and we've been ever since. So I think that's kind of our mindset. We know everybody's going to come in and give us their best every night, and that's kind of how it's been all year.
Teams at this point of the year are pretty dialed. Like, it's going to be tough to score goals. It should be hard, heavy-hitting hockey, and every game's competitive because each team's trying to just survive and get through to the next round. So it's just a little bit more on the table.
A major storyline in the Utah-Idaho series is goaltending. Netminders Adam Scheel for Idaho and Trent Miner for Utah are set for a classic battle.
We feel confident with whoever's in net, and Adam Scheel's been incredible for us this year. Especially the last 3 months has been arguably the best goalie in the league. Probably could have been goalie of the month every month, and he was, I think, at least one of them. So Trent Miner's been good as well. He definitely finds a way to make that first save. So it's going to be crucial for us to make sure we get a lot of pucks on net.
And the puck drop tonight, 7:10 at the Idaho Central Arena in downtown Boise. I'll tell you this, if you don't have a ticket already, you are out of luck. It is a sold-out capacity crowd expected in downtown here tonight. Brian, the way the series will work, though, is they'll play tonight in Boise, they'll play on Friday night in Boise, and then they'll go to West Valley, Utah for a handful of games. So it's best of 7, first team to win 4 games, they advance to the next round. If for some reason this went to a game 6 or 7, those will be back home in Idaho. But they're expecting a full building tonight. It should be a lot of excitement.
Always is. All right, big fans there for the Steelies, always at home. All right, thanks, Joe.